Hey team, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of this week's social studies lesson. So the topic is a case study of water, and the case study is about the Colorado River. So your goal by the time we are done here is you can explain how the Colorado River has changed over time and how its water is shared and used. And our big driving question is, how do people depend on the Colorado River and share its water? This is a quick short video giving you kind of the history of the Colorado River, and it's told from the perspective of the Colorado River. It's titled I Am Red, and if you pay attention through the lesson, you'll understand why this video is titled I Am Red. Jumping to slide 3, this is where our instruction starts this week, and we have quite a few slides of instruction. Many rivers flow through the United States, but few of them are as important as the Colorado River. The people who live in the West and in the Southwest depend on the Colorado River for many things. The river provides drinking water for more than 17 million people. It supplies water for more than 3 million acres of farmland. Dams on the river help produce much of the electricity used in the Southwest. The Colorado River begins high in the Rocky Mountains. The beginning of a river is called its source. The Colorado wanders south and west through some of the driest parts of the country. Then it crosses into Mexico. It ends in the Gulf of California. Its journey is 1,450 miles long. Many smaller rivers flow into the Colorado. Rivers that join other larger rivers are called tributaries. Each tributary adds water and soil called silt to the Colorado. This silt gives parts of the river a reddish-brown color. All right, moving on, what we're going to see here on slides 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all going to look similar. What changes is what we're listening for. That's what changes on slides 4, 5, 6, and 7. So what you're going to do is you're going to listen to the section, and then you're going to insert a simple symbol on the map below to show each group of water users. Each group is labeled for you to match your symbol with the name of the group. Then answer the questions below the map to yourself. So when you put in your symbol, you're just coming up with your own symbol that you think would match the Anasazi or the Holcomb. Whatever symbol you want to match those groups. And you could insert an image from the web, or again, you could just use one of the drawing tools, one of the shape tools, and insert that. I'll show you that later. And then these bottom questions, they are questions that you are asking yourself to help yourself think more about the topic. Was there enough water for all the groups of water users in the Colorado River Basin at this time? So with just these two groups, was there enough water? Why or why not? And if the groups had to share, how did they do so? So listen to this 2-minute clip, and then you can answer those questions to yourself. You don't have to write them down anywhere. You're just going to answer those questions to yourself. You may be discussing these in a group with your class, with your classmates. You may be discussing these in a group with your teacher. So be prepared to share your thinking on these questions, but you don't have to write anything down on this document for them. Now, the next slide, you'll notice that everything stays the same, except for now our map is about the Spanish settlers. So again, listen to the section. Insert a simple symbol on the map below to show each group of water users. Each group is labeled for you to match your symbol with the name of the group. Then answer the questions below the map to yourself. So we have the Spanish settlers. Was there enough water for all groups of water users in the Colorado River Basin at this time? Why or why not? And if the groups had to share the water, how did they do so? All right, now we have 3 sections we need to listen for, and we are looking at 4 different groups of people. Listen to these sections. Insert a simple symbol on the map below to show each group of water users. Each group is labeled for you to match your symbol with the name of the group. Then answer the questions below the map to yourself. And it's 1 minute and 30 seconds to listen to, 1 minute and 52 seconds, and 1 minute and 37 seconds. Then on the last slide, there are 4 activities, 4 sections of reading that you need to listen for. And you can see we now have businesses, families, ranchers, farmers, wildlife, Mexicans, and city dwellers are all listed on the map. So again, you need to listen to the sections. Insert a simple symbol on the map below to show each group of water users. Each group is labeled for you to match your symbol with the name of the group. Then answer the questions below the map to yourself. Same questions. Was there enough water? Why or why not? If the groups had to share, how did they do so? Now, all of the information on slides 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is all to help you to do the activity on slide 8. The activity on slide 8 is each year more and more people will need water from the Colorado River. As a result, it will be a challenge in the future to make sure there is enough water for everyone who needs it. Your job is to design a poster for the Southwest that helps people become more aware of this challenge. Your poster design should include these elements: a bold, eye-catching illustration, 1 sentence that clearly states the challenge, 1 sentence that suggests what people can do to help meet the challenge. And again, you can insert images and make a collage for your illustration. You can insert text boxes to add in that sentence. Or for those of you who are wanting to, you can draw this on paper and then insert from the camera on your device and just take a picture of your work and then place that right on this box. And in the additional resources, we have a couple of interesting videos that talk more about the Colorado River. One about how the Hoover Dam was built, and I know some of you watched information from that from our last session. The Colorado River, explaining that, more about the Colorado River, and then this is an entire television episode where they are exploring the Colorado River. These are the same people who went into the Carlsbad Caverns if you watched that additional resource. This activity right here, this one is a link to where you can do a water assessment for yourself and your family and get an idea of just how much water you are using. And this is a link to an iPad app or a tablet app. It's also on the Google Store that you may want to download that will help you to experience some augmented reality and know more about how rivers and floods and river plains work. So you do need an additional device in order to make this one work. You would need a tablet to make this activity work. But for those of you who are looking for something a little bit different, I encourage you to check that out. All right, I'm going to exit my present mode, and I'm going to just jump back to one of my map pages. And again, where you have to insert a symbol. If I'm going to insert a symbol for my Spanish settlers, I can go up here to insert. I could go image. I could search the web and type something and then insert that image here. Or maybe I just want to go to shape and I want to add a shape. Maybe I feel like this would be an excellent shape for the Spanish settlers. And so I could add this symbol here And then to me, that would represent the Spanish settlers. It is up to you on what symbols and shapes you would want to use that you think are going to match that group of people based on what you heard from the listening activity. Now, when it comes to this this poster that you're making, again, you can insert images from the web, and maybe you wanted to search up an image, something that is the Colorado River dry, that you think would be bold and eye-catching to help people understand the situation in the Southwest and become more aware. Or maybe you want to draw your own on a piece of paper. Maybe you want to get out your colored pencils and your markers and you want to have an illustration that you feel proud of. You can always use the camera feature. Use the camera feature on your tablet or your Chromebook. Take a picture of it and then insert it right here. So you can do this offline, but still insert your poster design that you feel really captures a bold, eye-catching illustration with a sentence that states the challenge and a sentence that suggests what people can do to help meet the challenge. And after you have completed this, you will easily be able to say that you can explain how the Colorado River has changed over time and how its water is shared and used.